والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده أما بعد. Yesterday I bumped into one of our good brothers, Muhammad, from Bangladesh. I spent some time in Bangladesh, and I asked him, so how are things? I forget the state that he's from, where it was that he's from. He said we've been underwater. We've been underwater for X amount of time. And it reminded me of a picture that I saw as I was driving to North Carolina, and I saw a picture, and I said, you know what, I need to talk about this picture as soon as I get back to the community. But things happened, and I had actually forgotten about the picture until yesterday when Muhammad had mentioned to me about his people being underwater. The picture that I saw was a picture of a masjid where the brothers in Bangladesh, for what it seemed like in the picture, was that they came to the masjid, and I don't know if they were making salah, because the water was literally like up to their chests, and I just couldn't imagine. This is how you come and make salah. I don't know how you would even, would you go in ruku underwater? How does the Imam know how long people can hold their breaths? I don't know how that. I don't know what I would do in a circumstance like this. But the picture, you can see that it was in the side of the masjid, and the brothers looked like there was an Imam or someone up front leading a supplication, and the brothers were lined up. They had their hands raised. And I couldn't really even fathom that this is life for some people. I don't even dare to say that I understand or that I can relate on any type of level, because there's so many. The closest thing I remember to this happening in the United States was when Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana, when things had flooded in Louisiana, and some of the stories that I heard from the people who were there during that time, I just can't. The water itself is not safe. You're just looking at the brothers inside of the water. The water is not. It's not like clean drinking water that you can rest assured that this is disease-free, or it's has no animals in it. And all these things that are running through my mind. These brothers are in the water inside the masjid, because it's flooded. It's flooded, and one of the things that I also thought about is, where's the outcry from the ummah? And it reminds me, I think I told the community about the brother from Sudan that I met in East Orange, who, after I did a talk about Gaza, and we were having breakfast, and he said to me how he feels about Gaza, and he's concerned about Gaza. He said, but I'm also concerned about my family as well. So what's your concern? In my mind, I'm thinking, how selfish. Our brothers as an ummah are suffering in Gaza, and you have just a little concerned. Let's think on a bigger picture. And he told me, no. Let me explain to you what's happening. You don't know? I said, no, I don't know. And then when he explained to me, I said, SubhanAllah, where's the discussion about this? I haven't heard about it. And so, there are Muslims who are suffering in this world as we speak right now, in all different places. And I'm not trying to take away. This is in no means to say that our brothers in Gaza are not suffering. I'm saying no, they are suffering. And they are suffering, and we need to make sure that we're doing the most that we can do for them. Whatever we can do for them, we need to be doing that for them. But at the same time, we cannot ignore what else is happening in the world. And these are also things that we should be discussing and seeing what we can do to assist the Muslims wherever they may be suffering. We need to make sure that we're doing our part and not looking at one group, and because it's popular or because everybody's talking about it, then we put effort into that. And because if we have Muslims in Brunei, or Muslims in Madagascar, or Muslims in Kenya who are suffering, and because it's not being discussed, then we don't really do anything about that. See, we should be concerned with Islam and the Muslims wherever they may be. And I'm just, this is even for myself, I'm taking my share of the blame, because I know I haven't spoken about this publicly. Even when Imam actually, when he came back from Bangladesh, he actually informed me about some of the issues that were going on there. And I don't know that I really brought that to light here in our community as much as that should have been brought to light. And that I do take responsibility for that. We as an ummah, we should be concerned for one another. And when Muhammad came back and expressed to me about the floods, and it reminded me of the picture that I saw, and I said that I wanted to discuss this. We should always be taking some time to open up, the news, or to see what's happening around the world, not to get really deep into the issues, or to involve ourselves into the politics and taking sides, but just so that we're aware of what's happening with our brothers and sisters around the world. And at the very least, so that we can make dua for them. And we should show concern for them. As the Prophet ﷺ said, that this ummah is like one body. If part of us are hurting, then all of us is hurting. Just like if you stubbed your foot, your pinky toe, on the side of a table. It's just your pinky toe. You stop everything. You stop everything to make sure that your pinky toe is okay. And so this is how we should be when we have, especially when we have these types of major events, these situations. Our prayers should be going out to the Muslims in Gaza. Our prayers should be going out to the Muslims in Bangladesh. Our prayers should be going out to the Muslims in India, the Muslims in Kashmir, the Muslims all over the world. We should be spending some time making dua for them, and so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala relieves their suffering. And this is the least that we should be doing. This is the very least that we should be doing, so that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us about our brothers and our sisters, and what did we do in order to help them, and we can say, oh Allah, at the very least, I did what I thought I could do, and that is to supplicate for them. My heart was connected to them, and I was thinking about them, and I did everything possible in my power. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes a way out for all of our brothers and sisters who are suffering. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala relieves them from their stress. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them ease and safety and security, and give them food and drink that is sustainable and acceptable and pleasing to them. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from them their good deeds and their righteous actions. May Allah forgive all of the Muslims of their sins and enter us all into Jannah.